Now, after much intrigues, intense politicking and mudslinging, the 2023 presidential primary election of the All Progressives Congress is finally underway in Abuja. Events leading to the commencement of the activities for the primary as fussy as they are controversial. The naughty part of the intrigues is the issue of consensus, which has pushed the party to the edge. But all we can say is that accreditation of the 2,340 delegates that will decide where the presidential ticket goes has been done, while voting is expected to commence by 6 this evening. PKO, the situation has been so fluid, from yesterday. In fact, yesterday was so crazy that I saw on social media somebody posted and said, hug a Nigerian journalist today, because they practically turn our head upside down. But this is a party, an incumbent party, that is holding its primary, deciding who is going to be the flag bearer for the 2023 general election. What do you make of all of this, Hulabalu?
Well, politicians are the newsmakers, whether for good or for bad. Yesterday, just before we got into the studio, I read on Vanguard, and I think The Nation, that the national chairman of the APC had announced that Ahmad Lawan, the Senate President, was the consensus candidate, and that he had discussed it with Mr. President. Before I got into the studio, I made some calls. Unfortunately, the governors were just stepping out of the meeting with Mr. President. And I was told that the governors told Mr. President that, one, they are not going to back down on their decision that power should go to the south. And they asked Mr. President whether he had an anointed candidate based on what the national chairman said. And Mr. President said, no, I don't have an anointed candidate. And that person told me that within a few minutes, Garba Shehu will issue a statement to show that he told me the truth. And that was what happened. Everything that I said here, Garba Shehu repeated in his press statement to corroborate the information that was given to me. All along, we've seen some of these undercurrents going on in the party. And all along, we had advised the party to allow the delegates to decide. We didn't want to see a situation in which an individual says, okay, consensus, this is, no, that's not democracy. We aspire to be like the Americans. But the things that they do that made their democracy to be as advanced as it is, that made them the pride of the world, we are reluctant to do those things. We don't have internal conflict resolution module within our parties. We don't have internal democracy. Once people are strong within the party, whether they are governors or whoever, they want to singularly pick people and say, this is the candidate, that one is the candidate. That's why our parties are weak. That's why you see that every electoral season, people leave in anger to go and join another party, because we are not doing enough to make everybody feel wanted, to make everybody feel that they belong to the party, and that if they work hard and stay resolute and committed, that they will be able to go as far as they wish to go. So I'm happy that at the end of the day now, a real contest, we have seen a real contest is going to happen. You cannot have a situation in which some people all along, from the beginning, I think it was Okorocha that exposed them that we have many candidates because some people were told that they are Mr. President's aspirants. So at the end of the day, who are those people the so-called people that Mr. President wanted, they helped to swell the number of aspirants because they sat in their homes imagining that an individual would just grab them and say,
anointed candidate.
I've anointed you. People know in their hearts that if an election was conducted in their wards, that they probably will even come last. Such people decided that they wanted to be president.
All right, Mikhail, hang on. We have our senior political correspondent, Ayodele Ozubakun, who is joining us live from the scene of today, where the decision will be made who the APC flag bearer will be come 2023 general election. Ayodele Ozubakun, bring us up to speed or up to the minute information about what's going on there on the ground. All right, I think we'll try to reconnect with Ayo as soon as we're able to. So let me come to you, Barry. Now we know that we've got many names, but before we enter the studio, we heard that the names have been pruned down to 5, and some are also saying that maybe even 3, and that the president insists that they should agree, still somewhat agree on a consensus. But what exactly do you make of all of this, palaver?
So palaver is the word, actually, because if we don't want palaver, we will allow people pay the 100 billion naira to go and contest. But for months, we've been hearing about Mr. Consensus, and then there have been deniers. We talk about names being pruned to 5. That's a suggestion, as far as it is. The other contestants are yet to come out and say, based on so, we are also not running.
Yeah.
These are suggestions. I call it political permutations. To position, it is still a way of positioning people.
Yeah.
Because ordinarily, it is not the governors that will be speaking for the contestants. We saw Bagudu coming out to say, because of this, he's pulling again, he's no longer interested in the race. Others should tell us that they are not running. I want to assume.
Hang on,
okay,
I got information that Ayo is there. Ayodele Ozubakun, bring up to the minute information. What more do we know about today's contest?
Yes, at about now, the National Convention, that's the APC Special Convention, Presidential Convention for the primary, it's about starting. Why am I saying this? Is that just got information from the International Conference Center that they are done with accreditation. That is 36 states. So talking about 2,340 delegates, they have finished accreditation and they feel their position in this venue now, the Eagle Square. So all around, if my camera could pan, you can see the accredited delegate. This show is about to start because it's all about the delegates. So now that the delegates are here, manifesto will start and voting proper is expected to start any moment from now. But what we are hearing is that there are still meetings, trying to talk to people, because it's not going to be worthy if we have 23 aspirants on the ballots, and it's going to be a little bit cumbersome to actually sort out. So people are expected, they'll be coming here. When these aspirants come, we expect them to announce their withdrawal from the race. So we've been gathering, we've been hearing from grapevine, but they will come here, they will just do it that, look, this is something I'm doing voluntarily. So any moment from now, we expect the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to make his movement into this venue, and the show proper will start. But we understand that it's going to be a close contest. Yes, we gathered earlier that, it has been reduced to 5, but it was later that I now investigated. Yes, 5 people were recommended to Mr. President, but it is not cast and concrete in the sense that that will not in any way disenfranchise anybody that still wants to go on with the exercise to throw their hat in the ring to contest. But they are saying maybe, to make it, to make it interesting, and the 5 people that they feel that they are top runners, that they should still talk to themselves, so that at the end of the day, they will reduce to 2 aspirants. But what we have here is that the show is about to start, and however it's going to go, one thing is certain: the All Progressive Congress will have their special convention today, and the show has just started now.
All right, Ayo, before I let you go, talk to us about the mood of these delegates. How optimistic are they at the moment as we're talking? Looking forward to casting their ballots. Are they very optimistic? What are they saying?
Yes, these delegates, it's according to their state, and the leader of each of these states is the state governor. So what is happening now is that the leaders of each of these states, that's the governors, they are meeting right now, and those states are not being controlled by the All Progressive Congress. They have chairmen and they have party leaders, so they are part of the negotiation right now. So they are just waiting to hear from these leaders. At any point in time they hear from these leaders, they will know where to go and the direction to go. But some, they've already made up their mind that this is the direction that they are going to go. But I can tell you that it's not something that, I'm independent minded, this is who I want to vote for. No, it doesn't work that way. They do it collectively. So it's expected that according to the state, according to the inclination of the governor, we'll be able to say, yes, we've resolved that this is the person we are going for. And this is the stage we have now, that the horse trading, the negotiation is still on, and it will still continue till when the voting proper will start.
Ayo.
Yes, Jide.
Now,
Jide.
is there really no threat of litigation? Because I've seen, I've read a report in which 7 aspirants were grumbling that some aspirants were shortlisted and some were told to get out of the race. Are party leaders not thinking that if some of the aspirants were told to were taken off the ballot, that it could lead to litigation which could put the party in trouble?
Yes, I said it earlier. It's just on an advisory note. It's not cast and concrete. What the Plateau State governor is saying is that they advise 17 others to step down. 17 others to step down. It's just advice. It's just an advice, and it's an extension of their right to actually continue with the exercise. Because look, if anybody is disenfranchised here, that person might decide to go to court, and once that person goes to court, it might be counterproductive, and it will work against the entire purpose of this exercise. So the leaders, I'm sure they're going to be mindful at this landmine. You cannot exempt anybody at this stage. Since it's not the screening committee, the Oyegun-led committee, they made their recommendation. Strangely, the recommendation of the Oyegun committee, we didn't know what became of it. The party did not say anything, and the party did not say, this is why we are asking these people to step down till this very day. So I can say that, look, if they are not doing that voluntarily, Jude, I can tell you that it is too late to coax anybody to step down from this race.
So, no less than 23 aspirants. That means the long nights for you guys over there.
Yes, but some of them willingly, some of them, they will come, they will step forward. We expect that some of them will come forward to announce their withdrawal from the race.